We're glad to have you with us. I'm Tim McGonigal. On this Memorial Day, the observances may be non-traditional, but the message remains the same. We honor our fallen heroes and the heroes still among us. Governor Steve Bullock says we owe an unrepayable debt to the men and women who died for our country. The governor says, quote, by committing ourselves to living the values for which our servicemen and women gave their lives, we pay respect to their memory and carry on their legacy. Well, today across the country and across the state, ceremonies were held to show appreciation. In Great Falls, the annual Memorial Day service took place in front of the Montana Veterans Memorial, but on a much smaller scale than in years past. While the annual service typically draws a crowd in the hundreds, this year's event was limited to 30 people in order to stay within safety protocols. The service included several elements, including a presentation of the colors, a keynote speaker, and a signature bagpipe salute. Master of Ceremonies Richard Liebert said even though the public couldn't attend today's ceremony in person, he said there's still something they can do to honor the fallen safely.
I would say go out to the local cemeteries and make sure all the veterans' headstones have flags on them, because they're all 6 feet apart. I think we can do that safely, but our veterans who are buried in our local cemeteries deserve that.
And the Great Falls Flower Growers and Rainbow Garden Club teamed up to dedicate the second ever Gold Star Memorial in the state of Montana. The memorial is intended for those families in central Montana who have lost family service members. The marker sits in a bed of red, white, and purple flowers along the west side of the memorial. Families are welcome to come and view the new addition at any time. The Rainbow Garden Club president explained the memorial marker's purpose.
We are encouraging family members who are Gold Star families to feel free to come up and take a quiet moment, reflect on the love they have for their family member, and know that we in the state of Montana are giving honor to those family members.
And Schlager said they hope to see 3 more Gold Star Memorial markers installed in Montana this year in Stevensville, Glendive, and Cascade. In Helena today, residents remembered those who have given their all to serve the country. MTN's Sam Hoyle has a look at some of the sights and sounds.
The East Helena Veterans of Foreign Wars Post 10,010 were forced to cancel their annual parade for the first time in its 70-year existence, but they still took the time on Memorial Day to remember those that gave their life serving their country. Post 10,010 Commander Tom Johnson said they chose to hold the ceremony because it's important to remember who fought and died in combat.
It keeps alive the tradition of celebrating and respecting our fallen. And you see that every year with everybody that goes to the cemeteries to put the flowers on the graves.
Though the future remains uncertain, Johnson said he hopes the post will be able to return with a parade on Veterans Day.
When it comes to Veterans Day, we're very optimistic we'll be back having our parade. If not, then we'll shoot from the hip and readjust fire as needed.
In Helena, Post 2 of the American Legion raised their flags from half-staff to full at noon as one of the ways they're remembering servicemen and women across all branches of the military.
We've been recognizing them for the last couple of days. So we brought them back up to full staff to recognize our fallen from all services in all wars. There are a lot of great stories out there of people who served and sacrificed their lives, and we need to remember that. Every day, not just Memorial Day, but every day.
In Helena, Sam Hoyle, MTN News.
Well, 2 big court rulings affecting how absentee ballots are cast and counted in Montana came down late Friday, and now the issues are headed to the Montana Supreme Court. The ruling by a state judge in Billings less than 2 weeks before primary election day blocked 2 Montana laws that he said are illegally suppressing votes. MTN's chief political reporter Mike Dennison explains.
The ruling came in a lawsuit filed by the Montana Democratic Party and another Democratic group challenging 2 Montana laws. The Ballot Interference Prevention Act, which restricts who can pick up and deliver absentee ballots, and another law that says absentee ballots that are mailed must arrive at county election offices by 8 p.m. election day. The suit said both laws make it more difficult for certain people to vote or have their votes counted, and therefore are an unconstitutional violation of the right to vote. Late Friday, State District Judge Don Harris of Billings agreed. He issued an order that bars the state from enforcing either law. And he said any absentee ballot that is postmarked by Election Day on June 2nd and arrives at the county election office by June 8th must be counted. He said the two laws will significantly suppress voter turnout by unduly burdening voters who are Native American, elderly, disabled, poor, college students, first-time voters, or parents working low-wage jobs. And Harris rejected the state's argument that the Ballot Interference Prevention Act combats voter fraud, saying there has never been a documented case of absentee ballot collection fraud in Montana. State Democratic Party Chair Robin Driscoll hailed the ruling, saying there's no good reason why a ballot should be thrown out because it arrives too late in the mail. Harris's ruling on the Ballot Interference Prevention Act also comes 2 days after a different judge blocked the same law in a separate lawsuit by Montana Indian tribes. But the issue isn't over. Montana Attorney General Tim Fox's office has asked that Harris's ruling be put on hold while Fox appeals it to the Montana Supreme Court. Fox says the rules on voting should not be changed so soon before the election. Reporting from Helena, Mike Dennison, MTN News.
Meanwhile, Montanans are continuing to vote in the state's first all-male statewide election. As of yesterday, more than 211,000 Montanans had already returned their ballots for the June 2nd primary. Well, the vote is unanimous for our weather. It was very comfortable today for us. Our Storm Tracker weather team is standing by to tell us more. Grant Garland joins us now. Grant, it was a great day out there.
It really was, Tim, especially whenever we compare today versus last year. And we're going to talk more about that later on. But we did see temperatures around 70 degrees here in the Great Falls area, 73 in Helena, out towards Glasgow, 74, and 67 in Kalispell. Now, the average for this time of year is 67 degrees, so we were slightly above that, which, you know, I'm not complaining there. The record was set back in 1928 when it was a whopping 94 degrees. That was also the year that, hey, an umbrella was just under $3. Huh? Little weather tip for you. Now, temperatures right now have fallen just a little bit, 69 degrees in Great Falls, 72 in Helena, 66 in Lewistown, and 72 in Havre. We are also picking up some moisture trying to make its way across the continental divide, making its way down towards Wolf Creek and as well as Helena. Now, as we head throughout the next 12 hours, we will see just a slight chance for showers by around 9 p.m., but then we'll see mostly cloudy skies by 3 a.m. and by the time we wake up tomorrow, 51 degrees with partly sunny skies. Now, I'm tracking some summer-like temperatures moving in as soon as Friday. We'll talk about that, though, in just a few minutes. For now, Tim, back to you.
All right, thanks, Grant. Well, Montanans were out enjoying the weather at Canyon Ferry for Memorial Day, but nowhere close to previous years. Even when the weather doesn't cooperate, Canyon Ferry is usually full of boaters on Memorial Day. Around noon today, there were less than a dozen boats viewable from the north shore of the lake. The shoreline was a little more populated, but people had plenty of room to get their lines wet without encroaching on others. Boaters and fishermen MTN spoke with said it was a beautiful day to spend some time with family, and they were honestly surprised by how few people were out given the nice weather.
Oh, it feels amazing.
Good,
It feels amazing. We don't even have to worry about social distancing here. We're lucky. We kind of have the beach to ourselves.
Usually you can't hardly use the boat dock, but this year there's plenty of room, plenty of parking.
This is also the first year Canyon Ferry Reservoir was removed from suspected aquatic invasive species status by FWP. Boaters noted it was certainly a faster process launching this year, but they were glad the state was taking the potential of invasive mussels seriously and trying to stop any contamination. Well, coming up, Memorial Day has added meaning for one Montana community. We'll tell you why after the break.
Powered by the Montana Television Network. The 530 News continues on Montana's News Leader.
Welcome back. One veterans organization in Montana is thankful for community support today after volunteers came together to help rebuild the space after a winter storm. MTN's Phoenix O'Connor has more.
It's a Townsend landmark, American Legion, Post 42.
I want people to understand it's an organization that respects veterans, helps veterans, and we're here for each other. So this is Main Street North Side, Pine Street. This was the old hat shop, the bistro restaurant. It was a bank. And then we don't know what this building was, but this is what the American Legion was back in 1910. 1946, it became the hat shop burned down, but the next bistro building was now the Town Talk. The bank is still there, and then it became a theater. And you can see the top of the building there. And this is the Betsy Bar now. But in 1956, the Legion Club owned the top of what is now known as the Betsy.
It's been a year since the building was damaged by a winter storm. And now with $100,000 raised and the help of a loan, soon the building will become a home again, with photos from both the past and present.
Pictures from those that have served from Broadwater County down the Heritage Hall. And then you'll walk into this large, beautiful room, and then we'll keep the bar at the end.
Volunteers and contractors have been hard at work bringing back the charm of the century-old brick, as well as other fixtures.
We're hoping to preserve this portion of the archway and move it to the exterior where we're going to have that hallway.
The building will also be extended to what is now the outside to allow new features to be added.
We do have a basement, but we'll ramp it right here for handicap access because this building does not have rear ADA access. And we want to provide that for our members because many of them are in wheelchairs.
The bar is open to the public, allowing anyone to walk in as a stranger, but leave as a friend.
It's there. It's important. It's just there. We all understand. We've served. It's a different kind of feeling, a different kind of sisterhood and brotherhood.
The renovations inside the building should be completed by the end of this summer. As for the outside, well, that's going to be done too, but in the next phase. In Townsend, I'm Phoenix O'Connor.
Well, in the capital by 9 p.m., temperatures dropping down to around 65 degrees, a slight chance for showers. There will be rain for some tomorrow and hot temperatures later on in the work week. We'll talk about all of that and more coming up right after this break.
Well, it was a beautiful Memorial Day throughout most of Montana, but it looked somewhat different than Memorial Days of the past. And here's MTN's Matt Holzapfel with a few things that are different this Memorial Day.
If you got outside this Memorial Day, even if it was just in your backyard, you might have noticed a few things have changed since last Memorial Day. For starters, the CDC says that if you do choose to visit a public place like a park or campground, you should maintain social distancing at all times and avoid overly crowded areas. Health officials have expressed concern that loosened restrictions along with large crowds could result in a spike in coronavirus cases. And that's not the only thing that's different this year.
Meat prices are starting to go up, which is a little bit unfortunate because the local producers have not seen an increase in price to them, especially our cattle producers here in Montana.
Restaurants are seeing some meat prices rise, which could make your backyard barbecue more expensive. If you're using a community grill like this one, it's not a bad idea to sanitize the equipment once you're done with it. As more and more Montanans make their way back outdoors, restaurants are preparing for that too.
What we did do was add extra seating outside. We added hand wash sanitation stations outside. We're probably going to add some coverings as well too as the weather starts getting a little bit nicer. So we're filling picnic tables every day outside. I think it makes people feel a little bit better. We're sanitizing them. They're spaced, even farther than 6 feet apart.
The CDC actually says it's a good idea for people to visit their local parks because staying physically active is a great way to keep your mind and body healthy. Just as long as you keep space between yourself and others and do research on which parks and recreational facilities are open before you go. In Great Falls, Matt Holzapfel, MTN News.
Hello everyone, I hope that you were able to spend today with loved ones. Let's take a trip back to last year. What we were seeing here in Great Falls last year, temperatures were 49 degrees, rained almost half an inch, and it was cloudy for really the entire day. But this year, 70-degree temperatures, not raining at all, with plenty of sunshine earlier today. Can't beat that with a stick. Also in Helena, temperatures last year 58 degrees. It did rain just a tad, 500ths of an inch of rain. Mostly cloudy skies though. Today's high though, temperatures 73 degrees. Not looking at any rain, and it was also pretty sunny for the entire day. So really a big difference in terms of last Memorial Day to this Memorial Day. Temperatures right now though here in Great Falls 69 degrees out towards Helena. Looking at temperatures around 72. Room temperature there. Cut Bank 66 degrees. A lot of green in Lewistown. around 66 degrees as well. Temperatures elsewhere looking at 66 in Lewistown, 74 in Glasgow, 73 out in Jordan, and out towards Kalispell 65 degrees, and in Missoula 70. Now we have had some moisture try and make its way across the Continental Divide, and that's allowed for some of us to see a sprinkle or two, especially out towards Wolf Creek, down towards Helena. We're seeing this moisture try and make its way across the area. And this is all thanks to a cold front that it will slowly try and move in through the Electric City. As it does so, it will kind of stall out, and it's going to hang over us, allowing for the cloud cover to still be with us. And then tomorrow afternoon, we're going to see a low pressure develop. Notice the bulk of the moisture stays well off into Idaho and south of Montana. As it moves, though, Wednesday morning, bulk of the moisture stays away from us. We're going to be looking at partly sunny skies for our area, and temperatures are really going to be warming up. The main thing here, though, is that our winds are going to be picking up behind this front. We're going to be seeing 10 to 20 miles an hour in a lot of places, possibly 20 to 30 mile per hour wind gusts by around tomorrow morning, say up in Cut Bank. Great Falls 10 to 20, as well as down towards Helena. But throughout the day, they're going to pick up 30 to 40 in Cut Bank, 20 to 30 in Great Falls, and 10 to 20 in Lewistown. So a windy day tomorrow, heads up on that. Now, our temperatures are also going to be, they're going to be rising. We're going to see a little bit of a cool down on Wednesday, but then jumping up 75 Thursday, 84 Friday, 90 on Saturday, 91 on Sunday. A lot of places will hit this, and these are summer-like temperatures, so get ready for a very big warm-up on the way. Now, you can always follow me on Facebook as well as Twitter and on Instagram, meteorologist Grant Garland on Facebook. I always try and throw some fun weather things in the mix there. Tonight's low, 47 in Cut Bank, 49 in Great Falls, as well as out towards Lewistown, 50 in Hayes. Head on down to Helena, a little bit warmer at 51. And tomorrow, temperatures are going to be warming up to 74 in Great Falls, a little bit cooler out towards Helena, 72 in Lewistown as well as Hayes, and 75 in Havre. As we head throughout the day tomorrow, temperatures will warm up to around 69 degrees by 1 p.m. Notice we're going to be looking at partly sunny skies for a lot of us, with our winds also a bit breezy at times. By 1 p.m. in Helena, 69 degrees as well. So really a nice day all in all tomorrow too. So going throughout the next 7 days, remember tomorrow will be a little bit breezy. We're going to stick with partly sunny skies for a lot of us here in Great Falls. Mostly sunny on Friday, but we're going to start warming up 84 Friday, 90 on Saturday, and 91 on Sunday. We're going to have also an unsettled weather pattern move in as we head throughout the work week. So that's why we are going to keep the chance for showers and thunderstorms really from Friday on. Tim, back to you.
Thanks, Grant. And when we come back, from honoring veterans to getting back to baseball, our latest edition of Social Distancing Game Changers runs the feel-good gamut.
Powered by the Montana Television Network. The 530 News continues on Montana's news leader.
The sports officially return this weekend with the start of Legion baseball season. That's just one of the moments that MTN's Tom Wiley and his assistant Cece will count down in this week's Social Distance Game Changers.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Boulder River, just outside of Big Timber. Of course, this week we've taken a lot of small steps that amount towards a giant leap back to normalcy in the wake of this COVID-19 pandemic. Cece and I are going to count down our top moments of the week, but first we want to show you an omen that we saw just a couple moments ago. A mama moose and her newborn calf lounging in a clearing about 100 yards away. Just a beautiful sight, and here are a few more from the week. The state fair might have been canceled, but there are still plenty of places you can get your fried food fix. Donuts at Yogurt City, fried treats at Brian's Top Notch, and many more. And now you can enjoy social distancing like the geriatric ball coach. Bob Green masks are available to bid on at the Miners Ball auction, featuring the visage of the Montana Tech football legend. At number 3, the winner of the MTN Chevy truck raffle claimed her prize. Karen Moyer and her son Ben, a Special Olympics athlete who sold her the winning ticket, left City Motors in Great Falls with a brand new 2020 Silverado. At number 2, baseball is back. The Montana Legion season was approved to return to the Diamond in several counties and held the first games of 2020 just last week. And at number 1, since it is Memorial Day, let's go to the Montana State Veterans Cemetery, where volunteers spent Saturday placing flags at every grave to honor the service and sacrifice of Montana's heroes. And as always, you can send us your video from home. Just shoot an email to homehighlights@krtv.com. We'll feature it Monday on Game Changers. Reporting from the Boulder River, Tom Wiley and Cece Wiley, MTN News.
All right, thanks a lot, guys. We'll be back with one final check of weather after this.
Well, taking a look at our next 7 days, we are going to be looking at a warming trend gradually each and every day after Wednesday. Temperatures warming up to 90 degrees on Saturday, possibly 91 on Sunday. We're going to keep that chance for showers and thunderstorms each and every day, really after Friday, due to an unsettled weather pattern moving in. But yeah, whoa, 90 degrees.
Yeah. Anytime it gets to 90, it's like we never expected, but it always happens.
It always happens.
I hope my air conditioner is ready
Me too.
to go. All right, that's all the time we have. See you back here tonight at 10.